Is now the time to pick up Sword and Shield Alt Art? What's going on YouTube? It's Chase back with another video. The past couple of days I've been thinking about the Pokemon market as a whole. What's hot, what's not. People are going really crazy about megas and tag teams right now. Scarlet and Violet grails are nuts per usual. But there's one era in between that nobody is talking about. Outside of the Evolutions or the Giratina or maybe even the Gengar VMAX, nobody is really talking about Sword and Shield alternate arts right now. Personally, I've been trying to pick them up when I see them, traded for a couple here and there. And even though we're in a boom right now, several of these are down. I think it's the perfect opportunity to pick up some of these. And today, I'm going to tell you about 6 that you should get before it's too late. Let's get started. The first card I want to look at today is the Aerodactyl V Alt Art. I feel like this card makes you feel like you're literally in Jurassic Park. You got the Rampardos running in the background, the Bastiodon with their baby shield on, the Archeops flying, Tortuga on the beach, even got the Ammonite in the bottom left-hand corner. This card really showcases Aerodactyl as a really cool Pokemon in my opinion. It's the second overall chase in Lost Origin as well, probably only behind the Giratina. This card's only going for about $125 raw, which in my opinion is a very good price for a card that's extremely hard to pull. I picked this card up in a PSA 10 in a trade not too long ago. At that time, it was valued about $320. It's actually dropped closer to about $300 now, but all the way back in March, this card was going for about $375. For a set like Lost Origin that's out of print, to get the second overall chase for under $300 or so, I feel like that's an incredible buy and definitely something you should be seeking out. The second card I want to look at today is the Noivern V Alt Art from Evolving Skies. It's kind of funny that this card is forgotten in Evolving Skies. It just shows you how good of a set that is, how deep it is, that a card like this is forgotten. It's literally Batman in Gotham City. I love this card. For about $46, you can get it raw. I actually picked this up in a PSA 10 in the same trade I did for the Aerodactyl. About that time, it was going for $140 to $160-ish, but it was over $200 in May. So like I said, a bunch of these have been dropping, but I feel like once the focus shifts back to these cards, they're definitely going to pick up again, and it's as good a time as ever to pick them up. The next card I want to talk about is the Charizard V Alt Art from Brilliant Stars. It's the chase card of the set, and if I'm being honest, this is probably my favorite Charizard card that we've gotten in a really long time. I love how Venusaur and it are fighting. The only thing that can make it cooler is if Blastoise was also in the picture and it was like a 3-way fight between the starter Pokemon. That would be insane. To pick this card up raw, it's going to cost you about $200. But for that to be the price of a chase card, especially a Charizard chase card, for a set that's no longer in print, I don't think that's a bad price at all. I mean, that's what the 151 Charizard is going for, and they're still printing that card. So to get this card for that price, I think it's an incredible deal. To get it in a PSA 10, it's about $425 right now. It was closer to $450 to $500 not too long ago. Like I said, a lot of these have been going down a little bit. But that price right now is only about $100 more than the Aerodactyl we just talked about. And this is Charizard we're talking about. A Brilliant Stars booster box is going for about $413 right now. So for just a little bit more, you can get the chase of the set in a PSA 10. And I know that $400 is not cheap by any means, but I think it is definitely cheap when you consider the potential of this card in the long term. The next card I want to talk about is the Galarian Slowking V Alt Art from Chilling Reign. I think this is the most unique artwork in the entire Sword and Shield era. I love this one. I don't own it yet, but I'm working on getting my hands on it. Chilling Reign is a very deep set with the Blaziken, the Moltres, the Zeraora, the secret rare gold Snorlax. But this Slowking, like I said, is one of the most unique artworks in all of the Sword and Shield era. There's really nothing like it. To pick up a raw copy, it's going to be about $66. Not too bad for an alt art for a set that's no longer in print like we've talked about. To get it in a PSA 10, it's about $200. So not at that point where it's very expensive yet, but definitely getting to where it's going to be out of reach for some collectors. I feel like it has even more room to grow because like I said, there's literally nothing else like it. The next card I want to look at is another I'm very high on. It's the Empoleon V Alt Art from Battle Styles. It's probably the second best overall card in the set, only behind the Tyranitar. And Empoleon's a starter Pokemon, so it's never a bad idea to pick up starter Pokemon. They always do very well over time. To get this card raw, it's going to be about $57. To get this card in a PSA 10, it's only about $125, which is down from $145 in May. That is so crazy for this card. I love this card. I think it's absolutely amazing. I actually have one at PSA right now, hoping it comes back as a 10. Also, a little side note, I think Battle Styles as a whole is very slept on as a set. It's only $200 for a booster box, and considering how early in the Sword and Shield era that this set came out, to still be that cheap is absolutely crazy. So I'd pick up one of those as well if you haven't yet. The final card I want to talk about today is the Beedrill V Alt Art from Astral Radiance. Astral Radiance has some really great cards. I love that Starmie Trainer Gallery. I still need to pick that one up, but this one's my overall favorite. The anime always paints Beedrill as this angry bee Pokemon, but this shows it simply as what it is, a bee pollinating flowers. It's a nice change of pace for the Pokemon, a very colorful card that's easy on the eyes, and definitely would look great in any collection. You can pick this card up raw for about $37 or get it in a PSA 10 for about $115, which in my opinion is not a bad price at all. That's all I got today. If you made it this far, I want to say thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video, drop a like or leave a comment down below of your favorite card that we talked about today. Also, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss more videos like this one. Until next time, it's Chase the Money.